evening, students. Now in this lecture we want to discuss about chapter 2 and chapter 3. Name the following questions from section A, that is for ICSE grade 10 biology final exam revision. Now as we have discussed earlier, in this we have 9 questions. First one, the cross between two parents having one pair of contrasting characters. So you know, in the Mendel experiments you would have studied, so contrasting characters he has taken. So here if you take a contrasting character of only one pair, it is called as monohybrid cross. If at all you take two pairs, dihybrid. Now second one, what is the genetic makeup of an organism known as? So genetic makeup an organism is known as genotype. The condition when both the alleles are identical. If both are identical, it will be called as homozygous. If it is different, heterozygous. Question number 4. Name any two sex-linked inherited diseases. So we can take it as color blindness and hemophilia. Just the names alone we need. The chemical substance which constitutes the gene is nothing but deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. If possible, you can write the full form. Second law of Mendel. So you have to just name only the second law of Mendel, no need to explain anything there. It is known as law of independent assortment. Any two animals which contains 19 pairs of chromosomes, nothing but lion and a tiger. Question 8. An alteration in the genetic material that can be inherited is known as mutation. Next, human disorder due to chromosomal mutation. So for this, you have a name, that is Down's syndrome. So these are some expected questions from the second chapter, genetics. Now if you move to third chapter, absorption by roots. First one, the tissue that transports starch. Now here food material we are talking about, and when food material comes, immediately we will answer it as phloem. Second one, tissue responsible for ascent of sap, that is ascent of sap, liquid, water, whatever, it will be xylem. So starch or food material phloem, water or ascent of sap or liquid, anything moves through xylem. Pressure, which is responsible for movement of water molecules across cortical cells, cortex or cortical cells of your root. What is that pressure? That pressure is nothing but root pressure. In other words, you also call it as turgor pressure. Fourth, condition of a cell, if at all you are placing in hypotonic solution. What is meant by hypotonic solution? The concentration of solute will be lower. So lower concentration of solute will be there, and that condition what do you call? Turgid condition or turgid condition. Reversal to that I have written here, condition of the cell, sixth one, in which cell contents are shrunken, that means they become small, is nothing but flaccid or plasmolysis or plasmolized. Next, fifth question, process by which water enters the root hairs, osmosis. Next, the inward movement. So inward movement inside, inward movement of solvent through plasma membrane of a cell is known as endosmosis. Example, you can take some raisins and put them in water. What will happen? They will swell up because of taking the solvent through the plasma membrane. Now the last one, movement of the molecules from the region of high concentration to the region of low concentration. Always that process you call it as diffusion. Suppose you leave that when you are having some holes, like you have a gas stove, from that into these holes, and from that holes if the gas is escaping out, that process is known as effusion. So I think you are able to understand the difference between diffusion and effusion. So movement of molecules from the region of high concentration to low concentration, but if at all they will come through small pores like in gas stove, then you call it as effusion. Hope you have understood this. In the next class, we'll come up with chapter 4, 5, 6. Thank you so much.